We have donated a farmer, Mr. Adams gave us a 200-year-old corn crib, and Tom took it down and put it up on the building, on the site, and that's where we store wedding chairs and such as that. But all our buildings are functional. We have the miller's cabin, and the historical significance of the cabin is that the man who built this back in 1870 built his cabin, lived there, and was the miller. And so Mr. Brady has restored that building, and it's now the bridal lounge where the brides get ready.
Neat.
The ice house is connected to the granary building, and both of them, as they sit, will seat about 100 people. You've been here for breakfast. You know we can get 100 people in there, along with a good bluegrass band.
That's right.
And the ice house, when you're in there, if you'll notice, the acoustics are totally different. That's because when they made ice, they insulated that building with cedar sawdust because they didn't have the pink stuff.
Right.
So Mr. Brady, when he restored it, took out the cedar sawdust because it had compacted, and after 100 years, it probably didn't smell that good either. And now it's insulated with pink stuff, but that building was where they made 300-pound blocks of ice.
Wow.
A 300-pound block of ice is about the size of a washing machine. And so they would use water, the electricity that was generated off of the mill, and ammonia, and were able to make ice, and they would winch it out onto the wagons, take it out into the community where it'd be chipped off and sold.
Neat.
So captains of industry right
Yeah.
here. There was a sawmill off of this at one time, and a blacksmith shop, and we don't need blacksmith shops anymore, and the sawmill is gone. There's one next door. So this was a place where you came and got everything.
Pretty much the center of the community.
Absolutely. And still is, as far as I'm concerned. It's the best mill in Readyville. We serve the freshest pancakes in the state, too, because it doesn't get any fresher than you grinding it right now and taking it into the kitchen.
Right.
And we should do that.
Let's
go see what it looks like.
Let's go see Margot.
All right.
Well, now I'm in the kitchen here at Readyville Mill with Margot Reiser.
Yes.
Right? She's one of the fabulous kitchen staff and cook extraordinaire. Well, I brought you a little prize.
Okay.
As if you've never seen any of that before.
Our cornmeal, fresh ground, that we use in our corn cakes every Saturday morning.
Right. Now, how did you get shanghaied into cooking here?
Well, my husband and I came here one Saturday after we'd been to the farmer's market to get some fresh ground cornmeal and grits, and we hit it off immediately with Tom and Nora, and so I started volunteering here, and then Tom put in this wonderful kitchen, and the rest is history. I've always wanted to cook in a restaurant, and this lets me tip my toes in without getting into over my head.
Right, right. So you're here every Saturday.
Every Saturday
helping
morning.
make these incredible breakfasts.
Yep.
And speaking of incredible breakfast, what are you going to teach us how to make today?
I'm going to make our corn cakes today.
Corn cakes.
Corn cakes, and we use our fresh ground cornmeal, and we add other ingredients to it that you will find on the label, so you can make them at home if you come and buy some of that.
She said it was a totally secret recipe and she wasn't going to share it with me, and I'm like, but I thought we were doing a show.
But we do add.
It's on the label.
We do add our secret ingredient, which is love.
Love.
Every pancake is made with love.
Right.
So I'm going to crack some fresh eggs. We get our eggs locally from a farm in Woodbury, and I'm going to crack some eggs in here.
All right.
And then add some fresh buttermilk.
Buttermilk.
And fresh milk.
Fresh milk.
And fresh, sweet, melted butter.
Now, is it salted or unsalted?
Unsalted.
Unsalted, okay. Whisk that all up.
Whisk it up.
And these are pretty easy to make.
Yes.
Pretty much anybody.
You should never make another pancake from a mix. That's all I'm going to say. They're so easy to make that you should just make them fresh every time.
And I've had them, and she's not lying.
Yes. And then we'll just mix it up gently.
Now, do you want to use an electric mixer, or is it better to do it by hand?
The less you mix them, the better.
Okay. So I'm just going to go over the recipe here for the folks at home. It's 2 cups of cornmeal, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder. That's what gives you that lift, so it's nice and fluffy. 1 teaspoon baking soda, which also helps with that. 2 eggs, beaten. 1/4 cup melted butter, and you cool it down to where it's warm, not hot. And then 1 3/4 cups buttermilk.
Right. We also add a dash of milk, which may not be on there because it just depends. The batter can change due to humidity conditions and other things. So to make it easy to pour, we sometimes have to add a little milk to it.
Great.
Okay.
So now it's ready. Over to the stove.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably put it on medium high.
Okay, medium to medium high, depending on your stove.
And let your pan
get good and
hot.
Good and hot. Okay.
And then put some oil down on it, and when a splash of water dances on the griddle, it's ready for your pancakes.
Okay. And go ahead and let's just do this one time real fast. For the folks at home, that's about the right consistency. You'd mentioned that sometimes if you let it sit too long, it'll start to kind of thicken up.
And you can add liquid to it. If it sits out on the counter for a while you're making other things or waiting for the seconds, you can add a little bit of liquid to it, either milk or water to it, to thin it down a little bit, because it keeps absorbing the liquids that are in there. The fresh ground grains just absorbs that liquid.
Okay.
Right.
Well, let's make some pancakes. Or I guess these are technically not pancakes.
These are corn cakes. And the corn cakes are very delicate. Now I'm putting some blueberries on one of these. You cook them until they start getting bubbly on the top.
All right.
And that will tell you that they're done on that one side. And you can peek at them, but these are very delicate, so I don't want to tear them. So I'm going to wait till some of these bubbles start to pop. And that's when you know they're ready to turn.
Oh, very nice. I'm going to tell on you. She was a little worried about turning these over because they're so delicate, but she's a pro.
And the blueberries go just a little bit longer because of the fruit needs to heat through as well. Yes.
Beautiful.
There's your
the
finished
nice
product.
presentation. Look how beautiful those are. That light lace-like edge on it. Okay, and there you have it. Incredible corn cakes. This has...
These are banana.
Banana and syrup.
Right, and it's maple syrup with fresh bananas sliced into it. And these are the blueberry corn cakes with the blueberry syrup, which is our secret recipe.
I tried and tried and tried, and she said no. So you got to come here if you want to try this incredible blueberry syrup. Margot, what else? If somebody wants to come and eat here, tell us how to do that.
Well, we like to get reservations because then we can make sure that your table is waiting when you get here. And you can call us at 563-MILL.
563-MILL?
615-563-MILL, M-I-L-L. And just leave a message on the answering machine and we will have your table waiting for you. Or you can come. We're open from 8 until 12 every Saturday. And
I recommend the reservations because this place is rocking on a Saturday. There's likely to be a line. It's worth the wait. And what's really neat is it's not just, this isn't drive-through food. You come in here and you experience just, it is so much fun. They have a bluegrass band playing in the morning and, you know, so you don't even mind if there's a little bit of wait for the food because you can enjoy the atmosphere.
Plus the food is like nothing you get at really a normal place. We use the fresh ground grains in our whole wheat crust that we make our quiches with. We have whole grain biscuits and homemade sausage gravy that people tell us is better than their grandma's. And we try to have
the grits.
The grits.
Not the grits.
Every table gets a bowl of grits with their meal. And we have specials occasionally on Saturdays. And they're limited, so they sometimes run out, and we apologize for that. But we are just... It is a limited facility because of its historic register. We can't have a great big industrial kitchen.
Sure.
So we are limited in what we can make, and we just want to do the best we can with what we've got.
Well, you sure do. So, Margot, thank you so much for having us and
Thank you.
sharing this incredible food. If you've got a great recipe or a great place that you think we should check out, check us out on the web. It's yourplatesormine.net. Send us an email, and who knows, we'll come cook with you or come to your favorite spot. Once again, thanks, Margot.
Thank you.
Well, folks, that's how you make organic, starting over, forgot where I was going. We're gonna go meet Tom, Nora, and Margot, 3 of the staff here at Readyville Mill, and we're gonna show you how to make some knock-'em-dead breakfast food.
I'm eye candy for the mill. Scary, ain't it?
Sorry, Mom, I hate to say it, but it's true. It will knock you out. And a bug walking all over.